Hey there, Angel Donovan here, editor at Dating Skills Review. Got a review of the girlfriend activation system from Christian Hudson, the social man, for you. Here's what we're going to look at in this review. We're going to look at what actually the girlfriend activation system is. The current version is GFAS 2.0. It's called GFAS for short. Who created the course and what you should know about them. Our verdict, the good, the bad, the bottom line. How does it work? Inside look at the private member site. So I'm going to show you what it looks like inside, all the stuff in there. Does the system live up to the promises in the video marketing? A lot of people find out about this for the sales video or the marketing video. So I'm going to talk about that a bit. Who it is for and who it is not for. This is something I like to do in every review because often a product is good for some people and not for others. And as you'll see with this product, it's the same case. It's not good for everyone. Further resources to help you if you want to learn more about the people involved and get some more information about along the same lines that can help you get better with women. Okay, so what is the system? The system combines masculinity, self-growth, and girlfriend advice with step-by-step instructions. The purpose is to teach you how to attract quality women. So the emphasis is on quality women that you want to stay with for a while. Develop yourself into an attractive man. So it's really a course which emphasizes self-growth, becoming a better man also. And master a best practice process. So it's a process that tends to work more to getting a girlfriend. Not the same as hooking up. So it's designed specifically to get you a girlfriend, and you'll see that the process is very different in the system because of that. And to develop qualities that translate to keeping your girlfriend. There's no point in getting a girlfriend if you can't keep her, so things like sexuality and so on. So these are the many goals of the system and what it's attempting to do. We'll talk about whether it can do that or not. Quick history, because it's been around for a while. The Girlfriend Activation System 1 is no longer available, but it was based on Christian's learnings from transitioning away from pickup artistry, because he was a former pickup artist, to girlfriends, and he's been leading a life with girlfriends for many years, not picking up girls really so much. This was based on a 2-day seminar filmed in New York in 2012. So I'm doing this in 2015, it was 3 years ago. Now the current Girlfriend Activation System 2.0 was redesigned based on the learnings and feedback of the first 2 years of the program. So a hell of a lot of people, this has been a very popular program, so a hell of a lot of people used it. And Christian took that feedback and he redesigned the whole thing. He refilmed it at a 2-day seminar in Los Angeles mid-2014. And it's been up since the end of 2014. It includes guest appearance in this new version from Jason Capital, Alex Allman, and David Wygant. So other dating coaches which are pretty well known. Who is Christian Hudson? So his background is that he was originally a pickup artist and he started in the early 2000s in there. He actually managed a company called Charisma Arts from a guy called Juggler, who's a well-known pickup artist in the beginning years of the pickup artist industry. He managed that company from 2004 to 2006. He then founded his own company in 2008 with a broader social focus. So still dating and a lot of stuff, but also it's called The Social Man, his new company. And the basis was to make men more social and get a better standard of lifestyle as well as dating. Now, today, fast forward 7 years, he has one of the top 3 largest dating social advice companies in the world. So he's really been very successful at this. In terms of his own lifestyle, he was clubbing and dating many girls until around 2008, so more of a pickup artist style to his life. And then since then, Christian has really moved on to invest himself in a few long-term relationships. So I've known Christian for many years myself, and he's basically been in relationships ever since I've known him. And he's had a serious girlfriend for over 3 years now, which he's very happy with. So some insights there. Now let's talk about some of the other guests who are featured in this program. We have Jason Capital. He's been a dating coach since 2010 and he's single. I like to give a bit of the context here. Nick Sparks, he's been working since 2007. He started the company, The Social Man, with Christian Hudson, and he's also single today. Then we have a couple of married guys, a bit older. Alex Allman, he's been doing this since 2003. He's got more of a sex and sexuality focus and relationships. And then we have David Wygant, who has pretty recently married actually, and he has been doing this since 2000. He's one of the guys who really started this whole dating advice industry for men to help men out, whereas it didn't really exist before then. There was just advice kind of relationships and for girls. Let's get into what I think of the product. So it really is a solid process to get you a long-term stable girlfriend. That means like the process they've outlined, the steps you need to take, it's good stuff. It's gonna fulfill your goal there. It's mature advice. I like to see mature advice. That means it's applicable really to anyone of any age. Some of the stuff is just relevant to younger guys, and it can be a bit immature in terms of it's not going to work out long term for you. It could work in the short term, but not long term. So when I talk about mature advice, I mean it's balanced, it's mature, it's going to give you a good long term result. Hard hitting truths. There's some products will try and go easy on you, and they will just tell you things to make you feel more comfortable, because you feeling more comfortable makes you feel better and happier about purchasing the product. But unfortunately, that doesn't get you the results that you wanted when you signed up for the product. Girlfriend activation system doesn't do this. It gives you some hard-hitting truths. It tells you the stuff that's hard and it's not good to listen to, but that you need. So I appreciate that very much. That's what we like to see in products. It's also not sleazy or manipulative, and if you've been around for a while, you'll see that there's a lot of products which are a little bit sleazy and manipulative, particularly some of the ones that have come from some of the pickup artist companies. This is not the case for this product. When you go through this product, you'll see that it's really solid. It's not talking about manipulating emotions or anything like that. And of course, it's more of a girlfriend focus, okay? So if stuff that gets a bit sleazy turns you off, you'll feel more comfortable with this product. Good ease of implementation. Now, this is always something that, if you know us at Dating Skills Review, we find exceptionally important. It's one of the big keys. Ease of implementation. How easy is it for you actually to practice and put this into action is the thing that makes most of the difference with most products these days. And this one's good because it has step-by-step instructions, right? So it's not kind of leaving you to fill in the gaps of your mind as to what to do after teaching you some more abstract thing. And it has a quiz like for each stage to test yourself, and it also has a community forum to support you where you get feedback. So the quiz helps you to assess your learning, if you actually did learn what you needed to from each part of the training, and you do that each step. There's also a lot of content in terms of bonuses and just pure hours of video content. If you want a lot for what you paid, that's pretty much what you get with this program. Let's talk about the bad stuff. Now, with this program, there's very little bad to highlight. Normally I can find some areas. So one minor issue is that there's some slightly confusing parts with references made to techniques covered in other products. So the Social Man is, as I said earlier, a big company. They have many products. There's like eight or so now. And they sometimes refer to content that is in another program, and they don't give the full explanations, so it can be a tiny bit confusing in parts. It doesn't happen a lot, and it's not really essential for you to get, the value out of this product. What I would say is, like, why is the bad less on this product than pretty much every other product I've reviewed? It's because it's the second edition of the product, because they took 2 years of data and feedback. So that's why I'd say that there's less bad for this product, because it's actually been revised and improved on from the original version. The bottom line is that we think this is an excellent program to help men get a long-term stable girlfriend that you're satisfied with. We gave it the Editor's Choice Award back in 2013 when we first reviewed the first version, and it's kept it since 2013. It still has that. It's the best getting a girlfriend program there is. It's just effective at getting the job done. If you want a girlfriend, if that's what you want, it's the best program we found to date. Who is this a good fit for? Well, you have to have these things, okay? You should have experience meeting and dating women to take full advantage of this course. Why is that? Well, you are expected to already be able to approach and meet girls. This content teaching you these basic skills are not there. So if you're not able to meet girls and basically set up dates every now and again, if you're not going on dates every now and again, then this course isn't going to help you, because you have to get to that first stage before you can leverage this course and take it to the next level, which is getting the girlfriend. Approaching and meeting women are only covered in the course to teach you the specifics of how to modify what you're doing to get a girlfriend instead of just hooking up or getting other results, and of course to doing it better. But they're not going to teach you and run you through the basics of that, so you have to be able to do it. The other important thing is you need to understand, to keep a quality girlfriend, you're going to need to develop yourself, and you're going to need to become more. A lot of guys who get into this don't want to change. They want to stay in a comfort zone and stay who they are, and we all want to be ourselves and we don't want to change ourselves. That's fine, but there's certain aspects of yourself that aren't helping you. They're holding you back. I'd say they're weaknesses. It's not really about your personality, it's a weakness that you have to change. You have to become better if you want quality girlfriends. So if you can accept that, then you would be a good fit for this. Who's this not going to be a good fit for? If you are not looking for a long-term girlfriend, this is not a product designed to get you hookups, okay? So you're going to be disappointed if you buy this and that's what you're looking to do. It would work for multiple girlfriends. It's not going to teach you how to kind of like manage the dynamics of multiple girlfriends, but it will start you off by getting that first girlfriend and like the first stage of the process, but you'll actually need to learn other stuff. So if you don't have girlfriends and relationships in mind, this is not something I'd recommend for you. You have not yet developed basic image conversation attraction skills. So it kind of goes back to the point I was just talking about. You need the basics in line. If your image and style is really off, then you can get this program, but it's not going to help you because you're making a terrible first impression and you're really sabotaging yourself right there. So, if you haven't looked at courses like conversation escalation and make women want you, which are the basics of those, they're going to be more helpful to you as a beginner because that's where you are. Not willing or motivated to put effort into improving and changing yourself. Goes back to what I said on the previous slide. You are going to have to change yourself to make this program work for you. So that's when it would not be good for you. Now I'm going to walk you through the actual membership site and show you the bits inside there. Let's get into it. Okay, so here we are inside the Social Man membership area. You'll see here, this is the training programs page, okay? And obviously I told you they got many programs here. So the ones you're interested in, the girlfriend activation system itself, the bonus training which you get with it, and also the 10 code, which is another bonus. We're gonna check out the girlfriend activation system. So as you see here, there's a whole bunch of video trainings here. This comprises the whole of the system. I'm just going to pick one at random here to show you how each of them works. You have the video, and most of these are 40 minutes, an hour long. That's the way it works. And then what happens is you have a quiz at the end so that you can see if you've progressed. If you can get the answers right to these, you can move to the next video. So it's a way of controlling, making sure that you're getting the benefits from it all. You can see here that you can download the slides and the MP3s also to the program. So this is the same for all parts of the modules of the program. So another part is the bonus training. And as you see, there's quite a lot of material here. And it covers a number of different topics that I'll go through a bit later, just to show you here. Like most of it's videos. You see a bunch of videos here. Some of these are audios and PDF downloads and some other stuff. That's what these ones are. And finally, if we go down to the 10 code, this is something you get signed up for as a bonus. It's a 14-day trial only. Okay, so it's up to you whether you want to stay on it. And basically it's the same principle as the girlfriend activation system. You'll see that although tends to be more content for each module, so you can see there's videos here, there's audio and other things. Now another aspect of the whole Social Man program is that you get access to the forums, and this is basically support. So you can see Christians like posting here and other people, and basically it's asking questions about the program so you can get feedback on how you're doing. So there's this community support aspect to it. You can post new stuff and so on. Okay, well here's the details of what you get. Now, pretty much everything you get in terms of video training, a lot of it's video training, is gonna also give you, they're also gonna give you copies of audio and the slides for you to download and check that out. The girlfriend activation system itself has 9 hours, 20 minutes video, and it goes through all of these subjects: masculine power, sexuality, being a challenge, being genuine, dominance, boyfriend material, the obsession story, impression, making an impression, king game, what to say, resetting impressions, inspection, the first date, the social date, the sex date. So you can see they're walking you through each step of the process there in intimacy and conclusion. And finally is a Q&A where Christian answers all of the questions from the audience. It's a seminar also. For the bonuses, it's 9 hours 30 minutes of video plus 5 hours plus of audio. You get, like, a lot of this is a bonus training, right? So it's complete confidence hypnosis, which you've seen probably in the sales letter, the breathtaking hello, the endless conversation, sexual texting. Then we got the surprise bonuses, and there we just saw them in the inside look. There's also 14 additional video and audio training modules in addition to those 4 that you just saw. And then you have the 10 code, which is a 14-day trial, and there's 2 hours, 30 minutes of video for the first module, right? And that tends to be the same format for each module that you get monthly. All right, so here's like some details about the rating we gave it. Is the course legit? Is it effective? Is it going to work for you? So the course really models the experience of someone who has actually done this. Hudson has had a string of attractive long-term girlfriends the last 7 years. From my experience, it covers the major areas where guys make errors at each step of the way. So, it's always really important to cover the errors and just fix those, to eliminate those things that you're doing which are sabotaging stuff if you want to get results. And it doesn't cut corners to make it sound easier. So I mentioned this at the beginning. For anyone who puts the effort into making this course work for them, into practicing it, I'm very confident you will get the results. So we gave this a 10 out of 10 in effectiveness. Now, how easy is it to put into practice? Implementation here. Well, there's a practical step-by-step process from meeting a girl to her becoming your girlfriend. That's one of the best things about this program. It's been clearly put out in practical terms. And there's 2 useful feedback mechanisms. There's the module quizzes. Basically, did you understand the training? It's going to get that control for you, because I find a lot of people, they'll watch video trainings and they don't actually understand properly the material. You have to revise it and study it a few more times to really get it, okay? And so there's that control there. And then it has a support via the forum, so you can troubleshoot. Hey, this didn't work out. I said this to the girl and it didn't work out. Answer those kind of questions. So we gave it ease of implementation 7 out of 10. We always find it really hard to give a 10 out of 10 here, so 7's already pretty damn good, and it recognizes the efforts they've made to make it easier for you guys to implement it. So will you find this elsewhere? Is it innovative? Only course I've seen which effectively looks at getting a girlfriend in these areas. So this is where it's an innovative. It covers that sex to girlfriend gap, what happens in between. I never see programs, I see very few of them which talk about this well. Okay, I've had sex with a girl. How do I get to her being my girlfriend? Right? It's interesting because as soon as I got into this in my early years, that was my focus, and very quickly that became most of what I was thinking about, right, and writing about in forums and stuff. But haven't seen many programs over the years, and I guess it's just because maybe there's less demand for that. So it's really good that they covered that. Clear different approach from meeting to sex than just hookup. So they really take you through from the beginning, from first meeting a girl, a different approach, which is much better adapted to getting a girlfriend than just hooking up. And it sets the right tone, and it gives the girl the right expectations, and it has her following you down that path. So that's really good. And then it really does a lot of work on self-development and growth areas. Now, some of this, if you are a really well-read guy, if you really read around the top self-help books of all time, that kind of stuff. Christian reads a lot, I know, and he's done a lot of study and experience, and he's kind of put his top stuff into some of the content in the program. So it's not exactly innovative, but the way it's packaged is in terms of a dating product and drawing on that and putting it into the program. So I call it innovative just because it's been repackaged well to fit with this program and fit with the goal of getting a girlfriend. So give it 8 out of 10 for that. Okay, what's the product experience like? Since the recent site upgrade in June 2015, it's really one of the best sites out there. We had a few qualms before, the forum, in the old version. It's actually the second site upgrade they've done. In the old version, they had some issues, and they also had some problems with audio quality and stuff like that, but that's all gone. It's all good now. They fixed it all. You may find previous comments about those issues with the 2 previous versions. And if you read our previous review, you would have read about that now, but it's all been fixed. The quality of video, the presentation, and the content is all really high. You kind of saw that in the inside look, right? They put a lot of effort into it. Okay, customer support. Now, actually with this company, it's really good. I know they've put a lot of effort and they actually have a lot of people working in their customer support, so it's responsive. However, I do hear about complaints. Like I said, this program's been around for 2013, so over time I've had a lot of emails and so on. And in the past I've had like complaints that, you know, I'm getting rebilled and like this company is fraudulent or so on. And it's not that, it's that you didn't look into the detail when on the sign up page, which says you're getting this 14-day trial of the 10 code. So what you really need to do is, when you first sign up for this, you need to check out the 10 code and you need to check it out and say, okay, do I want to keep this or do I want to cancel it? And the customer support is good. So if you contact them and you say you want to cancel it because it's not something you want, then it will be done very rapidly. So customer support is really good for this company. Packaging, customer service, 10 out of 10. Like, they're one of the biggest companies for a reason. They're very professional. Okay, so it is this program. How much does it cost? Is a good value for money. It's $67. It's a one-time payment for girlfriend activation system and all of the bonus trainings I showed you. So it's a lot of content. Note the exception, right? It's of one of the bonus trial programs. So I've said this already a few times. The 10 code. This is $16.75 per week, and it's billed monthly if you decide to keep it. Right? I've already talked about that, so I won't go into more detail. In this review, I have not reviewed the 10 code content. I have looked at the girlfriend activation system. The 10 code is basically an additional system, so you'd have to check out our separate review for that to understand what we think of that. Unique course and continuous effort gone into improving it. So I said, like, they've done 1 complete refilming, they've done 3 membership site redevelopments. So you're really getting a refined version of the girlfriend activation system now. So you get a lot of content with this program. You get 18 plus hours of video training and 5 plus hours of audio training. So we get this 9 out of 10 for the value you're getting for that $67. Okay, this is often an important part of the review. So we're looking at the promises that you have probably seen in the video marketing. So a quick snapshot of the page you might have been looking at. Some big promises. This is what they say. Can get any woman to be your girlfriend no matter your situation. The obsession story is a simple process any dim-witted man can follow. I'm quoting them there from the video. And you won't have to change who you are. Let's see what the reality of this is. The reality is, well, nothing works for 100% of the time with all women, with every woman. So you know, if you know me, I've often said this. It's just a figment of people's imagination. It's like that magic bullet, that magic thing doesn't exist, and it doesn't even exist for people like Brad Pitt. So you know, you got to like really forget about that. Depending on the quality of women you're chasing, you'll need to fix some other things. So I've already mentioned that, like, so this is going into, like, it'll work for any guy in any situation. There are some prerequisites for this working. If you have an awful, terrible image, you've really not paid any attention to that, you're making a terrible impression. And like, even if you have this system, it's not gonna work so well for you. It'll definitely help, you know, it'll make things better. But if you really want to get these quality girlfriends, you need to fix this first. Otherwise, you're really subtracting from the whole value of the course. The process is pretty straightforward. It's not really complex. However, it will take some thought and effort. So this is talking about how easy it is, and like, it is pretty straightforward. Like, if you're dim-witted, will you get it? Dim-witted's a bit strong. Like, if you really struggle with learning anything, you may struggle with this. But overall, compared to a lot of courses, like I'm thinking of some things, like if you've heard them, like Mystery Method, which is super complex. This is a pretty straightforward process, pretty simple. So it's a lot simpler than that. And however, it will take some thought and effort to go through this. You've got to put some effort, just like you would with anything else in life. This is a system that will work with who you are, so it's not going to ask you to change yourself. It's not going to ask you to be manipulative. or anything like that. So that's really a strong point of this system compared to some of the competing products. It works with you rather than trying to force a new way of being on you. And that really comes from the self-growth aspect of this course. And there's a fair amount of material on becoming a better man. So the overview, 8.6 out of 10. There's the good, there's the bad, there's the bottom line, all wrapped up for you. It's editor's choice for getting a girlfriend. We think it's the best program out there, and it has been for the last couple of years. Okay, if you want to learn more about similar stuff to Girlfriend Activation System, here's a bit about the people. Christian Hudson interviews. I interviewed him in 2014 and 2011 on the podcast. You could check out 2014 one, which is actually was around the theme of girlfriend. So it was the path to a serious girlfriend. So it has components of what you would find in the Girlfriend Activation System in that interview. David Wygant interviewed him in 2010. His was all about say no to routines, yes to interests and passions. He's got a very specific approach to teaching, and he teaches dominance inside the Girlfriend Activation System, and it would be similar. You get a good feel for this guy if you listen to that interview. Jason Capital interview, how to make your move. I did this in 2014. In the Girlfriend Activation System, he's teaching you how to get girls chasing you. And also Alex Allman interviews. I did these in 2011, 2013. And the most relevant one would be choosing marriage and how to make it work. He talks about how to be genuine in the Girlfriend Activation System. And so that interview is from 2013. To check all of these out, you can either search for their names in the podcast search on the site, or you can click the links in this review, further down this review, to the individual interviews. So you'll find links to everything I mentioned in this review in the full detailed written review below this video. And of course, you can get the course if it's right for you just by clicking on the Go To button on this page. That's me signing off. Hope you got a lot of value from this review.